the future of the United States, the future of our homes and communities is going to be built right here in Middletown, Ohio. My papaw hated the politicians who ignored this place. He hated the people who saw this as the place of the past. He hated the people who forgot about this town when they should have been fighting for this town. And I want you to have security, and I want you to have the real freedom that comes along with knowing that you are the Lord of your own manor.
Vice President Vance taking a deeply personal message to his home state of Ohio this week, drawing on his Rust Belt roots to fight for the American worker amid the emergence of data centers powering the AI boom.
That's right. Data centers becoming a sleeper issue in the Buckeye State, with Republicans warning that concerns over data centers could put Senator John Husted's seat at risk, and it could complicate the GOP's fight to hold the Senate majority.
So with that, let's bring in his fellow Ohio Senator, Bernie Moreno. So great to see you.
Oh, great to see you guys, but let me just get this out of the way. We're the heartland, not the Rust Belt. We got to strike that from the vernacular.
Ah, there we go.
Thank you. I like that.
So it is interesting how much these data centers have become a hot button issue. And it's not just Democrat voters, it's Republican voters who are very, very concerned about these.
Yeah, no, look, I understand it. First of all, in Ohio, the reason we have high electricity prices is because my predecessor, who's running again, Sherrod Brown, closed 23 coal-fired plants. That's why we have high energy prices. What President Trump has done with Senator Houston is we made it so that these data centers produce their own power, and in many cases put power back on the grid. So when a data center goes into a community, we're going to see lower electricity prices. That's the key. They also have to be positive from an environmental perspective, and no tax incentives at all should be provided to these things.
So there's concern over water and rising costs, but there's also this eyesore. You know, people love the American landscape. They love their backyards, and they don't want to see these ugly things. I spoke to a young entrepreneur, I'm hoping to get him on Fox and Friends here soon, who says we can shoot these data centers up into space. Let's get them out of our landscape. What do you think about that idea?
Yeah, I mean, certainly it solves a lot of problems, cooling being one of them. So what we don't want to do is put data centers on prime farmland.
No.
I don't want to put them in neighborhoods. Right. For example, in Piketon, Ohio, we're putting them in a place where it used to be an uranium enrichment site. Certainly nobody's building housing there.
Sure.
So that's a good example of where they should go. Places where they don't impede with neighborhoods and the community.
So you're looking, by the way, at Piketon. I think you were talking about that.
Yeah, and of course, one of the things that I think has made this such a hot button issue is that a lot of these places where these data centers are being shoved are places that have endured these solar panel farms, I put that in quotes, where they come in and they destroy farmland. They will cut down a forest, put up a bunch of plastic junk from China. And a lot of the local communities don't have as much say in where they go. And of course, it all comes with government subsidies with this weird green agenda. And people are really, really scarred by that.
Yeah, no, totally. I totally agree. We got rid of that in the working families tax cuts. We got rid of all these obscene government incentives. And like I said earlier, these data centers should not get any taxpayer money at all. These are functional businesses that if they need, my point of view is as a former business guy, if you need a government incentive, you have a pretty bad model.
Exactly. Talking about Rachel mentioned the backyard, the NIMBY, not in my backyard aspect. But let me flip the coin a little bit, Senator, and ask you, what about the concern that areas that choose to not have data centers get left behind in this race? This train has left the station. Do you worry that if some communities don't lean in, they're going to get literally left behind?
Well, that all goes to local government zoning. So there's places where there's shopping malls, manufacturing facilities, steel mills in a lot of cases, like you saw where JD is. So there's places in the community where you can put it. What you don't want to do is put it in a residential area. Nobody wants it there.
We're talking about where they go. I'm concerned about what they're doing. Like AI, I get it. As Griff said, the train has left. Doug Burgum and I spoke even after the show, and he was like, Rachel, you got to understand, China is, in this race. He feels like they're using propaganda here to convince us not to get them. What are they all doing? So I'm concerned about surveillance. I'm concerned that beyond, the use in technology, that all of these data centers are going to be used at some point to increase government surveillance on the American people. And I know that other people feel that way.
Well, Rachel, what I'd say to you and I'd say to your viewers, make sure you vote for Republicans, not Democrats, because that's what they would do. In other words, that's what their dream is. Their dream is to control our lives. You know, this election in November comes down to a party that wants to give us more freedom and liberty versus a party that wants to control us. That's why they still love Fauci.
Yeah. Well, and I think that you put your finger on it in terms of the subsidies, and as Rachel points out about the surveillance stuff, you know, Republicans need to have real credibility on this issue because you have China, this AI race. We don't want to lose this race with China. China is the worst case scenario in terms.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.